Time for a crypto market update, April 18th, Good Friday edition. Retail investors have officially left the building. All social media metrics across the board for all crypto creators across all channels are at 2022 bear market lows. However, I think the market is sleeping on what's about to happen. I think most people simply do not understand the opportunity that's ahead of them because massive final impulsive moves happen when sentiment is low. This is the alt season index. And every time you're right here, this is the opportunity for, obviously, for accumulation, but for strategic acquisition and strategic exit planning. If you've been absent or if you sold recently, then unfortunately you've fallen for the corporate narrative and have become someone else's exit liquidity. All the while, smart money, whales, global sovereign wealth funds have been staging their accumulation patterns. And it's unfortunate because it's simply because people don't understand the phases of a cycle. The market cycle knowledge is probably the best history that you can learn. For example, I thought this graphic that I saw on X was really illustrative, demonstrative. S&P 500 cup and handle, gold cup and handle, Bitcoin cup and handle. Now, cup and handle is just one of those trading patterns that we can see. It's a pattern recognition thing. Well, S&P 500 has already completed its cup and handle pattern. It should. It's the bigger, larger, $50 trillion plus, market cap. So the big market caps are where the big liquidity is first. There's a trickle down effect. Now you see gold going parabolic. Gold's doing what many didn't think it could do 20 years ago. It's finally now actually outperformed the S&P 500 over the last 20 years, which is interesting because then it's not finished with its cup and handle yet, but it's finishing. It will be finished soon. And then all this profit rotation, it's a rotation. It's a capital profit rotation. Bitcoin's next. Bitcoin has an impulsive move, as you can see their little squiggle that's drawn here. Bitcoin's next impulsive move is what will take us to the final leg of the bull market. Crypto as a whole is simply following the parabolic curve step-like formation. That's a mouthful, but you can see this is what we've been doing since January of 2023. We've just been making bases. And now these bases aren't always sideways and, flat. There's price action. There's negative price action. And currently, I believe we're sitting here at the bottom of base 4. Illustrated another way, this right here is why all of retail is about to miss out on is missing out on generational entry points that they're going to try to catch up with when FOMO, euphoria, and utopia sentiment has already re-entered the building. And while, President Trump and Jerome Powell are having their political or non-political spat over Federal Reserve interest rates, what's really happening is global liquidity is simply coiling up or actually pacing ahead while risk on assets are coiling up for their blow off top. If you look closely at the Wyckoff accumulation schematics, you're either in the end of phase B with some of your altcoins or you're entering phase C. And this is schematic number 2. If we take a look at accumulation schematic number 1, I believe Bitcoin is experienced the spring effect and soon will jump across the creek into the LPS and the sign of strength positions. And that's when most of retail will start going, wait a second, it's not over yet? Basically, this will probably be around the $100,000 mark for Bitcoin, which I think is the psychological barrier for everyone to go, oh, okay, so the dance isn't over. Let me get back in now that I panic sold way back there. At the end of the day, The only way to succeed in crypto is to have a strategy. If you continue to try to build wealth in any asset class, forget crypto for a second, whether it be real estate or small business or baseball, trading cards, whatever it is that you do and you're passionate about. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a strategy, if you don't become the better version of yourself, it's really hard to lock in success. Sure, you can have fleeting windows of time where you feel successful, but can you perpetuate that success? Can you lock it in and create it methodically over and over again? Over the last 9 years, I've created life-changing wealth with crypto, and I've used this strategy that I call the crypto flywheel method. Cash flow, appreciation, leverage, passive income, creating new yield more frequently, building equity in awesome 10x, 20x, 30x return capital opportunities, and then leverage, having more collateral than you've ever had in your life that you can use to go buy more cash flow. That's the idea. Investing alone is the thing that keeps you from doing this because you don't have feedback loops and data. So if that's you and you want to be the better version of yourself in crypto, specifically acquire the skills that pay the bills for the rest of your life, go to cryptoyall.co and watch my crypto flywheel video. It's like 12 or 13 minutes long. And if you like what you see, schedule a one-on-one video call with me. Otherwise, give me a number 5 in the comments. Let me know you're here and like and follow for more.